Namaskar, I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive session. This is our AI series for parents titled Empowering Parents with Artificial Intelligence Phase 3. You are watching us live on PM E-Vidya channels 6 to 12 and also on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. Today we are in day 4 of the training series where the topic that we are taking up is AI shaping the future of work. We all know that AI at present is a game changer in many different domains and future looks brighter provided we stay updated and informed, and of course so we do our level best to use it to the best of interest. Of course, we cannot let AI master us. It's a technology that we can control, and that can only happen when we are informed and updated netizens. When it comes to parents, the benefits that their children are getting from AI is something very crucial for them, because they have to see the challenges also what the child will be facing while using the content from AI. तो इन सब बातों को ध्यान रखते हुए पेरेंट्स को अपडेट करने के लिए, इन्फॉर्म करने के लिए हमारा मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव है ये ट्रेनिंग सीरीज. लेकिन इसमें आप सभी पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं बिकॉज AI हम सभी की लाइफ का हिस्सा है और उसे हम कहीं ना कहीं यूज़ कर ही रहे हैं. इससे पहले कि मैं आपको इंट्रोड्यूस कराऊं हमारे गेस्ट से, मैं आपको एक और इम्पॉर्टेंट अपडेट देना चाहूँगी, क्योंकि AI का यूज़ हम करते हैं अपने रिविजन के लिए भी, और रिविजन टाइम होता है जब एग्जाम टाइम होता है. Yes, you guessed it right. Exams are just around the corner for the students, and it's time that we ignite the exam warrior within us. We all know that Pariksha Pe Charcha is a wonderful initiative by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. It's being held every year, and this year we are celebrating its 9th edition, where we are encouraging joyful learning and stress-free examinations. If you want to know more about Pariksha Pe Charcha, please feel free to log onto the link flashing on your screen. This one is innovateindia1.mygov.in. और ये टाइम है that we keep celebrating Exam Utsav as Life Utsav. And keeping this goal in mind, we're having this wonderful training series for parents ताकि वो भी एग्जाम टाइम में पैनिक ना हो और थोड़ा AI की हेल्प भी ले सकते हैं when it comes to revision, because बहुत सारे AI empowered educational tools हैं जो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा beneficial है rather. तो आज जब हम बात करेंगे AI shaping the future of work, इस पर और अधिक जानकारी देंगे हमारे गेस्ट मिस्टर अनूप सिंह रावत, who is lead coach from Intel. Sir, namaskar and very warm welcome to the session.
Namaskar and very good afternoon to all the parents watching this particular program.
Ji. Sir, this is a wonderful series. I'm sure all our viewers out there have a lot of questions for you. So let me tell everybody the contact details through which they can reach out to you and to us with their queries. Our phone number is 8800440559. We also have a dedicated email ID for you that is flashing on your screen. So please log on to this email ID. Also, you can send us your questions, suggestions and feedback on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. और क्योंकि आज लास्ट है तो हम उसको सम अप भी करेंगे पूरी ट्रेनिंग सीरीज़ को. वी रिक्वेस्ट योर पार्टिसिपेशन. सर, मैं सबसे पहले आपसे एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि हम जानते हैं AI इज़ हियर टू स्टे और दिस इज़ द फ्यूचर. सो कीपिंग दिस एजेंडा इन माइंड, आज के जो हमारा सेशन है उसके मेन हाईलाइट्स क्या रहेंगे? सर, वो ब्रीफ में आप हमें प्लीज़ पहले बताएं.
Yeah, so as you have already mentioned, ma'am, AI is here to stay, so that means that AI is also impacting the industry domains which directly relates to our day-to-day life. And when we talk about industry domains, so it definitely have its impact upon the jobs, the workplace, the landscape of our work domain. So today in this session we are going to touch upon few of those key points which actually our parents should understand, should know, they should have knowledge of, that how AI is basically disrupting the current workspace. What are the skill set the youth, the future job aspirant should develop, how it is changing the world economical landscape, and the kind of jobs we don't know at present, but in future maybe by 2030 we will be seeing the jobs which do not exist today. So what kind of jobs are we talking about here? So this today's session will focus on these many points or objectives.
Right, sir. Thank you so much for giving us a brief of the session. And let me tell all our viewers that this session and this complete training program is brought to you by CIET-NCERT in collaboration with Intel. So keeping all the objectives in mind, the agenda in mind, I want to ask you, what kind of future are we planning to build with AI?
So when we talk about future, so see, nobody can predict future, let's say, but yes, we can definitely prepare ourselves for the future.
जी
So when we are talking about AI and looking for the future of work landscape, so definitely there will be what you can say a substantial amount of change, the development that AI is bringing into the way we work today and how the future workplace jobs will be. So that is there is a definite what you can say impact AI is bringing on the jobs of tomorrow.
राइट सो वी कैन गो स्लाइड बाय स्लाइड एज पर योर प्रेजेंटेशन और
Sure.
आपकी फर्स्ट स्लाइड में डेफिनेटली बहुत क्लैरिटी से आपने एक्सप्लेन किया है जी
Yeah, so let's start with the
Yes.
presentation now. Correct. So when we talk about this, so let's first get a small glimpse into, because we are talking about artificial intelligence, we are talking about the disruption that AI is bringing and going to bring in our job places. So basically, what is AI? Yes. So AI is, as all of us know by now, after 3 sessions, that it is in a very overarching discipline which talks about, it's a form of intelligence which talks about technology, and it is having a very big if you talk about the spectrum part of it, so AI का जो spectrum है वो बहुत wide है.
जी
Okay, so there are 2 types of AI now all of us are experiencing. Like, one is where you create develop models, where you create applications. Now the second part which we are facing at this point of moment is your generative AI tools, where it is generating the content, generating what you can say different kind of contents for us.
Yeah.
So the best part over here is that in near future what we are seeing is that AI, it will be the highest demand emerging skill set that will be seen by major employers across. So if any potential job seeker tomorrow, the youth of today, when they will be becoming the potential employees, so what kind of skill set they should possess, they should nurture, so that they get the best of jobs. That is where AI comes as a big picture.
right. And sir, our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji also stresses upon the use of AI. He also emphasized that yes, AI is here to stay, but उसके ethical, moral considerations को भी हमें ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. तो sir, how does it all happen कि AI से काम हो रहा है and we are facing the challenges? क्या ये पूरा एक process है जो आप explain करना चाहेंगे? How it all
ma'am.
begins,
So,
yeah.
yes, so in the coming falls, we'll understand that although AI is changing entire, what you can say, the job platforms, the job landscape, but what are the, what you can say, the concerns it is also bringing along with us. So let's get into the wider picture of it. The first is that how the scenario is changing. So we can see that first of all, we are talking nowadays, we are talking about the digital economy.
Yeah.
So this economy, which basically is based around data, so it is growing at a very rapid, what you can say, pace. So एक बहुत तेजी से उभरती हुई ये टेक्नोलॉजी है,
जी.
and it is impacting the GDP of the world. So it is एक ये estimate है कि by 2030 जो वर्ल्ड का जो GDP है, ग्रॉस डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं, it will be AI and in this digital economy it will enhance it by more than 30%. So this is what the digital economy is bringing along with. And then we work today, if you see all major jobs, all jobs, industries, they have started implementing, they have started using AI into their automation process, and that means कि जो AI का जो skill set है, जो demand है for the jobs, it has increased many more times. Now how it is impacting our workforce, that is what the important question is all about. So it is like today if you see जो हमारी वर्कफोर्स है अक्रॉस ग्लोब, इट इज अराउंड 3.56 बिलियन, जो एक रफ एस्टिमेट कहलाता है, उसमें से जो 60% है, अराउंड 2 बिलियन पीपल, दे वर्क इन इनफॉर्मल इकोनॉमी, which comprises of my manufacturing industries, etc. Only 2%, less than 2%, which accounts for 55.3 million as per the service talks about ICT industries. That means where you are talking about all these digital economy, the data, the technologies, etc.
Right.
So now the main question that all of us need to address, whether we are a job aspirant or whether we are parents or whether we are like educators as well, that are we ready for this disruption? Are we ready for the change that AI is bringing along with it in near future?
जी.
So that is what the main question we need to address, that because in coming time there is always a talk that means that AI is going to replace so many jobs. It is going to need to reskill
people are
ourselves.
scared that
Yes, absolutely.
they will be replaced. Artistic jobs will be gone because you get readily available scripts and creative ideas from AI. Teachers will be replaced now because we have AI empowered educational tools. एंड ऑफ कोर्स और जॉब्स का तो कुछ कह ही नहीं सकते जो इतना फास्ट काम ऑलरेडी कंप्यूटर्स रिप्लेस कर ही चुका है ह्यूमन बींग्स को. सो डू वी नीड टू वरी अबाउट द सेम?
So see what we need to understand when we are sort of talking, are we ready? So we need to understand, see, AI as a technology is not replacing people.
Okay.
AI is only replacing the way jobs will be done. Jobs of tomorrow will be done. So that means the most important aspect that we need to be prepared for, how we can prepare ourselves for this, for the future. And the only answer what I see, and even as you mentioned in just a few whiles ago, that our honorable Prime Minister also talks about, we need to upskill ourselves, we need to reskill ourselves. So I think that is the only mantra to keep a pace with the changing or the disruption that AI is bringing into our job scenarios.
Right. सर जब हम इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ की बात करते हैं तो हम काफ़ी सारे इंडिकेटर्स की बात करते हैं कि अगर हमारा सर्विस सेक्टर अच्छा रहे, हमारा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर अच्छा रहे, या हमें बिकॉज वी आर एन एग्रेरियन इकोनॉमी प्राइमरली, तो एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर पर हमें ज़्यादा ध्यान देना चाहिए. व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज़ द फ्यूल फॉर इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ? क्योंकि आज तो हम सबसे ज़्यादा एआई की बात कर रहे हैं हर सेक्टर में. एग्रीकल्चर में देख लीजिए, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में देख लीजिए, सर्विस में देख लीजिए, एआई इज़ एवरीवेयर. सो डू यू थिंक दैट दिस इज़ द मेजर फ्यूल फॉर इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ इन प्रेजेंट सिनेरियो?
Absolutely, ma'am. So see, now today, if you remember, though, like in our earlier 20th centuries or late 1980s, 90s, we used to study in our schools, colleges, that oil is the black gold which drives the world economies. Because that time that was considered as something that was essential to run the world economy. But with change, data has taken place. Data has taken over the fuel or the crude oil as the new currency of world economic affairs. So now, and when you talk about AI is nothing but AI runs upon data. So now we are looking data as a new, what you can say, fuel. And when we are talking about data, and AI is all about data, so that's where, as you rightly mentioned, the industries that impact our day-to-day life, whether it's agriculture, whether it's education, whether it's energy sector, the financial sector like your banks, financial institution, the most important, the health, the industry, the manufacturing. Okay, all these are now using in some way or the other AI, getting into automation or using AI. Like for example, in your financial sectors only, nowadays banks are using AI a lot to check what is the potential, what you can say, buying power of the customer, how to check the frauds, how to check upon all those, what you can say, the NPAs, etc. So every industry today is using AI in one form or the other. And that's why it is being said rightly that AI is considered as a new electricity or the new fuel for the world world economies.
Right. So, what do you think that was the most important factor that led to the expansion of AI in such a big way? हमने देखा जब COVID-19 पैंडमिक आया तब सबसे ज़्यादा हमने इंटरनेट, साइबर स्पेस का यूज़ करना शुरू किया, और उसके बाद तो अब ये एक तरीके से हम प्रैक्टिस में ही आ चुके हैं, बिकॉज वी कांट डू अवे विद डिजिटल स्टफ, चाहे वो डिजिटल इंफॉर्मेशन फेच करना है, कम्युनिकेशन करना है, ट्रांजैक्शंस करनी है. सो डोंट यू थिंक कि इससे ऑलरेडी हमने काफ़ी नुकसान भी उठाया है कहीं ना कहीं? क्योंकि अगर हम एजुकेशन की बात करते हैं, क्योंकि हम पेरेंट्स को केटर करके सीरीज़ कर रहे हैं, तो एआई यूज़ करना है, पेरेंट्स को भी इन्वॉल्व करना है, तो स्क्रीन टाइम तो बढ़ ही रहा है इससे.
Definitely, ma'am. See, but then as we all know, जो भी चीज़ टेक्नोलॉजी आती है, कोई भी चीज़ आती है, उसके प्रोज और कॉन्स, पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव दोनों साइड होते हैं. Now here when we are talking about the disruption, you talked about COVID-19 और AI. अगर अब इन दोनों की बात करें तो ये दोनों चीज़ें जो है एक बहुत बड़ा डिसरप्शन लेके आ रही है, बहुत बड़ा चेंज, बहुत बड़ा बदलाव जो हमारी इकोनॉमीज में लेके आ रही है. सो ये कुछ डेटाज आपके सामने जो बता रहे हैं कि किस तरीके से ये दोनों जो इवेंट्स हुए हैं हमारी सिविलाइजेशन में, कोविड-19 का आना, पेंडेमिक का आना, फिर अब AI का आना, किस तरीके से वर्ल्ड की जो इकोनॉमिक स्टेटस है, स्ट्रैटेजीज है, हाउ इट इज़ चेंजिंग. एंड द इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट ओवर हियर इज कि जैसे आप फैक्टर्स की बात कर रहे हैं, व्हाट आर दोज इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर्स जो इस इनोवेशन, जो इस ग्रोथ मॉडल को या मॉड्यूल को किसी भी कंट्री के लिए सपोर्ट कर सकता है. सबसे बड़ी चीज़ है कि किसी भी कंट्री की सक्सेस डिपेंड करती है उसकी वर्क फोर्स के ऊपर।
That's right.
तो अगर हमारा वर्क फोर्स जो है, जो हमारे काम करने वाले लोग हैं, if they keep upskilling themselves with time, whatever the new technologies, whatever the new gadgets, okay, etc. If we keep updating, upskilling ourselves on that, that is one of the important factors. Then comes also, you also talked about the ethical part. So there has to be right kind of regulatory environment, how to use the technologies, because see, after all, technology is technology.
Yes.
Uska use kaise karna hai, it depends upon the human mind. Correct. So when and human mind can use it in both ways, destructive also and constructive also. So to check upon that usage, that what we say is the responsible and judicious use of technology. So there has to be some regulatory environment, some ethical protocols that needs to be sent upon. Then a very important part is the infrastructure, the availability of a digital infrastructure. Right kind of infrastructure always enhances the upskilling part of workforce and hence contribute towards the growth of any, what you can say, the country's GDP. So these are some of the factors that the government, the policymakers, and as well as the individuals should be very particular about.
That's right. So how do you think that AI is going to impact the workplace and the education in future?
So when we are talking of impact of AI, okay, whether in workplace or in education, or be it any sector, yes.
Yeah.
So these are some of the research-oriented data that I am putting in front of you. That is, when you talk about work task disruption, so 30% automation boosted by general or generative AI. These are all research-based data set. That means now today, big organization where in the manufacturing unit industries, they are going for post-pandemic, they are mostly going into the automation part of it. Now, when we talk about the jobs, so there will be, now they are not saying that 85 million jobs will be obsoleted or they will be deleted or they will not. Only thing is the important word here is the replacement, or we can say how the transformation of these jobs is going to happen.
Right.
And at the same time, artificial intelligence is bringing almost 97 million plus jobs, the jobs which never existed before. So those new type of jobs will also get created. So, but to have these jobs and fit in this disruption, where the gap lies, that also needs to be talked about. That also needs to be, we need to fit in, we need to work on. The first and the foremost gap that the survey says that there is a huge shortage in the AI skilled workforce. Almost 35% demand supply gap. That means this is the shortage that organizations, companies, they are facing a skilled, what you can say, workforce. Then you talk about the human machine partnership. That means where human and machine works in fusion. That is also needs to be learnt about. So these are some of the disruptions that AI is bringing, and how we need to fill these disruptions that AI is bringing. That is what we need to work.
Right. So already, sir, जिन domains में AI का use हो रहा है, because you said that they are not, the jobs are not becoming obsolete. It's just that some kind of displacement or replacement is happening. Humans should know how to use AI to get those jobs done, rather than using the conventional methods. ऐसे कौन-कौन से domains और areas हैं सर जहाँ पर already AI की मदद से conventional system को change किया गया है?
तो सी लेट्स अगर ब्रॉडली उनको हम लोग डिवाइड करते हैं, फिर डिवाइड दीज इनटू ब्रॉडली 3, तो दैट मींस मैनुअल कैपेबिलिटी, जो लेबर इंटेंसिव हमारे जॉब्स होते हैं. देन देयर इज कॉग्निटिव oriented job, that means where you use your thinking abilities, the mind game, and then your affective capabilities, like where you enhance your productivity. Now manual capabilities mein one of the industry that is most affected is the agriculture, because agriculture is supposed to be more manual intensive industry.
That's right.
So here now we keep hearing and we see also that now drones are being used for, what you can say, spraying of fertilizers. Then you have different, what you can say, tools which check for the soil fertility, the irrigation system. Similarly, when you talk about automobile industries, so now you have more and more robots or the robotics technology is being used as an automation purpose to reduce the manual intensive work and then bring more automation to it. Similarly, when you talk of cognitive abilities, where you like for example in your medical, yes, earlier it used to be that doctors and researchers, they used to do a lot of research and a lot of to get those diagnoses right. But now AI basically is helping with getting near 99.9% accurate, what you can say, diagnosis with even better efficiency and with a very fast rate. Yes, similarly now we are also seeing use of AI in legal things, and we have also started seeing that how in the industry where the service industry is there, like your hospitality industry or healthcare industries are there, and various other sectors, AI is being used in one or the other ways.
Yes.
So this is where, when we talk of disruption in jobs, how it is bringing those changes in the way we used to think of these conventional way of working the job, and how now what AI is bringing into it.
So sir, हम in a nutshell कह सकते हैं कि basically AI जो है ऐसे independently work नहीं करता है. We need partnership of AI with human beings, of course. हम जिस तरीके की commands या prompts देंगे उतना efficient हमें work दिखाई देगा, output मिलेगा, और इसमें भी अच्छे से customization करना बहुत ज़रूरी है जो of course human brain कर सकता है. So मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाहती हूँ सर कि आपको ये partnership कैसी दिखती है कि like किस तरीके से कौन सी jobs होंगी या कौन से काम होंगे जो सिर्फ human कर सकते हैं, कौन से ऐसे होंगे जो AI के साथ मिलकर किया जा सकता है. Also this brings me to another question कि ये सब चीज़ें जो ये mixed bag रहेगा, इसके बाद क्या-क्या opportunities हमारे लिए available रहेंगी in the field of AI?
See, yeah, so that is where we as human need to understand the fusion.
Yeah.
Because as human mind can do a particular set of work, and machine is always there, the technology is always there as a, what you can say, to supplement and complement the human efforts. So wherever the manual tasks are there, the repetitive tasks are there, where our energies are lost too much, those kind of jobs will be taken by these AI or the other smart technologies, because then all this manual thing will go. Now when this human and machine interaction, when they start working in fusion, in blended form, so the opportunities you are talking about is immense. Yes, so there will be like almost, if you talk about in the monetary part, almost 14 trillion US dollar. It is going to boost economy by this much what you can say money by 2035, and the profitability rate, that means whenever you look, because whatever you are creating, whatever we are manufacturing, we always look for the profit side of it. So the average profitability that will increase will be by more than 38%, and that is a huge number that these technologies are bringing to the world economy.
So sir, let's talk about the partnership then. Then where can we see this partnership and how effective it's going to be?
Yeah, so when we talk about this partnership, so see, today, as I mentioned before also, the number of jobs that we see, and by 2030 and beyond, the jobs that will be existing, today they don't exist. So that means there is a continuous evolvement that is happening in the nature of the jobs.
That's right.
Then AI and all these digital technologies, they are all data driven. So today and as we are growing, as we are becoming more consumers and producers of the, what you can say, information, this data is getting doubled every year, year on year. Now, and the important part is we need to also understand that AI is a technology which we should use for the betterment of our human civilization. Okay, be it your creating, we have already seen that AI is being used to create solution for climate change, to help to create the solution to come out with the adverse effect of your climate, the healthcare possibilities in healthcare, education, getting the education more personalized, hyper personalized solution as per the need and requirement of our students. And a very important part over here that I would like to bring over here is that, again, that gap. So digital literacy and responsibility, this needs to be taken up in hand, because today, if you see world over, and if you talk about India, only 6% or less than 6% companies have fully adopted AI. Still, many companies are into, what you can say, plan to how to implement or how to integrate AI into their systems.
Right. So now we have understood what kind of skills will be required. So sir, किस तरह की कैटेगरीज ऑफ जॉब्स हमें देखने को मिलेंगी? बिकॉज मुझे काफ़ी चीज़ें समझ आ रही है, एक ट्रस्ट तो बिल्ड होता ही है कि एआई जो है वो इतना मतलब डिस्ट्रप्टिव नहीं होगा कि लोगों से एम्प्लॉयमेंट छिन जाए, लेकिन ब्रॉडली हम किस किस कैटेगरी को समझ सकते हैं ताकि खुद को एआई रेडी कर सकें?
तो सी बेसिकली जब हम कैटेगरीज की बात करें, देयर विल बी डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ कैटेगरीज, बट द मोस्ट प्रेवलेंट कैटेगरीज विल बी लाइक पीपल those who will understand the technology, and they will use their knowledge to train the models, to train the machines as trainers. So they will be like your language translators, your machine learning experts, your cognitive managers, etc. Then there will be a set of people who will explain these technologies to the people who don't know the technology, but they hold much of a business. ऐसे लोग जो बिजनेस को होल्ड तो कर रहे हैं बट टेक्नोलॉजी को शायद उतने अच्छे से नहीं समझते हैं, तो ऐसे लोगों की बहुत जरूरत पड़ेगी जिनको हम लोगों ने यहाँ एक्सप्लेनर्स के नाम से जाना है, जो ऐसे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट्स को टेक्नोलॉजी को समझाएंगे, उसका यूज और कैसे उसका जो है वो अपने सिस्टम में उसको इंटीग्रेट कर सकते हैं. सो लाइक ट्रांसपेरेंसी एनालिस्ट, एल्गोरिथम फोरेंसिक एनालिस्ट, explainability strategies. So these are the kind of people who are going to help the non-technical people understand what these technologies can bring onto the table. And then obviously there will be a set of people who will be into the development sector. Okay, like your content designers, the engineers, the ethical managers, the cognitive account managers, etc. Right. So broadly, if you see, there will be three types of people. One, who are going to train these machines, who are going to train these models. Second, who are going to explain these technologies to all the non-technical people. And third, who will use these technologies to develop new things. This is what the human-machine partnership is going to work.
That's right. तो हमने देखा है कि पार्टनरशिप होनी बहुत ज़रूरी है. एआई हर जगह है, लेकिन आज भी ऐसी हमारी पॉपुलेशन है, लाइक एल्डरली पीपल हैं जो इतने टेक सेवी नहीं हैं, या कुछ और भी लोग हैं जो दे आर लाइक बैक टू बेसिक्स, दोज़ हू आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड बाय नेचर कि वो इतना ज़्यादा उनका स्क्रीन टाइम बढ़े या फिर वो एआई की हेल्प लें. लेकिन क्योंकि फ्यूचर एआई है, हमें अपने जो फ्यूचर जनरेशन्स हैं, जो बच्चे हैं आजकल के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, उनको प्रिपेयर करना है. इसके लिए टीचर्स को एआई रेडी होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, किस तरीके से एजुकेशन इम्पार्ट की जाए. पेरेंट्स का एआई इन्फॉर्म्ड होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि उनको पता होना चाहिए कि उनके जो बच्चे हैं वो किस तरह का कंटेंट कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं. और स्टूडेंट्स के लिए तो इम्पॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि आगे उनका फ्यूचर, उनका करियर डिपेंड करता है. तो इस तरीके से एआई को इंटीग्रेट करना ही पड़ेगा रूटीन टीचिंग लर्निंग में, और पेरेंट्स का भी एक इंटरेक्शन होना ज़रूरी है ताकि वो सेम लेवल पर आके एक दूसरे से कम्युनिकेशन कर सके, चैलेंजेस को समझ सकें. हाउ डू यू थिंक कि एआई जो है वो, ये जिसकी नॉलेज है, ये सबको इम्पार्ट की जा सकती है, इसकी बिगनिंग कैसे होनी चाहिए?
So when we talk about helping everybody to grow with artificial intelligence, yes, so there has to be a roadmap for that. Right. How we see, because when we are talking about roadmap, there are different stakeholders to it. As you rightly mentioned, there are learners, there are youth, students. Then there is people who deliver, like your teachers, educationists. Then there are people who consume, like your professionals, etc. And then there are people who actually support in terms like your parents, etc. Like whom we can say those who are not using technology to that level, but they basically provide support they are basically as a secondary support to their students. So here, first of all, it has to be like we should understand that what are the needs, what are the present day need of the skill set that is required to thrive in the world of AI today and tomorrow. Yes, once we have understood those skill sets, then we need to actually create our roadmap, our plan, how we will work step by step, stage by stage, to attain or to nurture those, what you can say, skill sets, so that we are preparing ourselves for that future job space. Now secondly, as all of us know, nothing is possible without the support of a government, because at the end of the day, our governments are the policy makers and implementers. And so government schemes which focuses on upskilling and reskilling of its workforce. That also has to be what you can say very, very important, and they should also be very clearly defined that for this set of people, for this level of people who are having this level of skill set, when they want to upskill them in AI, उनके लिए कौन से वो कोर्स होंगे, किस तरीके की उनकी मेथोडोलॉजी होगी और कैसे वो उसको अटेन कर सकते हैं. So that roadmap also has to come up.
Right. सर, अब आपने बात करी कि गवर्नमेंट की भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, उस तरह का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर होना चाहिए, और सिटीजन्स की भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि उनको भी एक इंटरेस्ट के साथ एआई के बारे में जानना समझना चाहिए. सो किस तरीके की इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की हमें ज़रूरत है, क्या ऐसी चीज़ें हैं और वो क्या सब चीज़ें भी अवेलेबल हैं, या फिर क्या इसमें और किया जा सकता है? बिकॉज स्कोप ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट इज़ ऑलवेज देयर. लाइक एजुकेशन में हम चेंजेस देख रहे हैं, वर्क प्लेस पे चेंजेस देख रहे हैं. व्हाट अदर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डू वी नीड?
See, when we talk of infrastructure, obviously, see, when we are talking of skill set and upskilling and reskilling of skill set, that means they are directly, or you can say, they're directly related to or correlated to the kind of infrastructure that is available. And to work in the field of artificial intelligence, and as all of us know that this field of AI is evolving at a very rapid rate.
That's right.
Just to give you an idea, first we used to have what you can say just computing.
Yeah.
Okay. Then came machine learning. Now then we heard about generative AI.
That's
Today
right.
we are talking about agentic AI. So we can see the rate of progress or evolving of these technologies happening. So that means when we talk about upskilling ourselves, we require infrastructure that map these requirements on the ground, and something like what we see around, we talk about a lot. That is, one is cloud technology.
Okay.
The connectivity, good connectivity has to be there. AI, artificial intelligence, and the digital mindset that is required for this AI thing. And then the intelligent edge technologies. That means the technologies which helps the more better computing power at the site where the data gets generated.
That's right.
So these are some of the, like, what you can say things which power this basic disruption. You talked about infrastructure requirement. Yes. So obviously good speed internet is required, because it is all dependent upon, because for you need to do a lot of research, you need to process a lot of data, and that where internet becomes a very one important need. Then to compute such high level data set, where you talk about 3 million, 2 million, or more than in trillions data set, the computing power of our systems also needs to be of a very high end computing, where you talk about AI PCs, where you talk about GPUs, NPUs, etc. Then different platforms which support, like cloud and AI platform access, laptops obviously for hands-on learning for those who are the beginners, those like students and others. Then most important, as a part of the infrastructure, we also need to have good mentors facility available. Right. The facilitation part of it, the right kind of, what you can say, guidance, the counseling that needs to be done, because then only they will understand the difference between the good use and the bad use of it. So that is where, when you talk of infrastructure, obviously that is the cornerstone for developing the AI skill set.
All right, sir. And now, sir, we are left with very little time, so I would like to ask you one last question. How do you think that parents can support their kids in all these things? Because AI तो हमें यूज़ करना ही है, स्मार्टली यूज़ करना है, और बेस्ट रिजल्ट्स अगर चाहिए तो उतना हमें इनोवेटिव और क्रिएटिव भी होना चाहिएगा. बट वी नीड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फॉर द सेम. एक बड़े लेवल पर तो चाहिए, बट घर के एनवायरनमेंट में हमें कैसा कंड्यूसिव एनवायरनमेंट पेरेंट्स प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं अपने बच्चे को, ताकि वो उनके साथ इंटरेक्शन भी कर सके, कम्युनिकेशन उनका बना रहे, उनको सपोर्ट भी कर सकें और एआई को समझ भी सके, ताकि जो उससे रिलेटेड चैलेंजेस हैं या थ्रेट्स हो सकते हैं, ये जो साइबर सेफ्टी सिक्योरिटी की इश्यूज़ हैं, वो खुद भी अलर्ट रहें और अपने बच्चों को भी टाइम पर गाइड करते रहें. सो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सपोर्ट डू वी एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम द पेरेंट्स एट दिस जंक्चर?
Yeah, absolutely. See, this is the most important and the critical point of this entire thing. That is because parents are the what you can say, the most important support for a child ecosystem.
That's right.
If a child needs to is doing well, it is the parent support. So when our parent understand, first and foremost, our parents need to understand the importance, the value AI is bringing on the table.
That's right.
And once they've understood that this is the future, okay, and as in the very beginning you mentioned that AI is here to stay.
That's right.
It is not that we wake up from a sleep 5 years and 10 years down the line and say, oh, now I'll start working, developing the AI skill set. No. So that is where our parents need to first understand that how AI is transforming, how AI is bringing that disruption in the job market, and how they can support their kid, how they can support their student, their youth, their child, in terms of obviously first providing a right kind of infrastructure to the child. Okay, that includes your laptop, the hardware part, the connectivity, the software, etc. And then once that infrastructure is there, then how they provide them the emotional support. Because see, when you are working in these technologies, there will be times that you will not able to get the what you can the success that you want.
Yes.
And that is the time where you really require that emotional support, the backing of the parents. Okay, if you are not able to do this time, there is always a second chance. So that kind of environment our parents can provide to us, to youth, their kids, students. Also have an open conversation with kids about the technology. Okay, because most of the time, especially talking of our Indian scenario, our parents tend to hide things which are harmful for their kids.
That's
thinking
right.
that if they get to know this, they will definitely, it will harm them.
Yeah.
But they should actually think in a very positive way that if they have a open what you can say, open discussion with their child or with their children, okay, कि ये टेक्नोलॉजी आपके बेहतर के लिए है, ये टेक्नोलॉजी से आप ये पॉजिटिव चीजें सीख सकते हो और ये आपको आपके फ्यूचर में ये हेल्प करेगी. Yes, इसकी ये नेगेटिव साइड भी है. Focus on negative side also. So that means then the student, the kid, the child will have a clear, what you can say, vision, the clarity, and how to make best use of those technologies.
True.
Then obviously provide them with the opportunities, the platforms where they can grow, where they can learn new things, where they can explore new things.
That's right.
So as a parent, these are some of the things that every parent should keep in mind, how they can support or how they can bring that valuable support to the learning of their child in AI.
And I think so that's the best way to sum up this entire training session, because eventually it is meant for parents specifically. और parents के support के बिना ये पूरी conversation का कोई use नहीं है. अगर हम इस पूरे discussion को अच्छे से implement करना चाहते हैं, जो भी strategies, tips, tricks, information, knowledge हमने gather करी है इस पूरी series से, तो वो तभी possible हो पाएगी जब parents का active participation होगा और full support होगा उनके बच्चों को, ताकि वो उनके AI journey में उनके साथ चल सके और उनको गाइड कर सके. और इसके लिए उनका खुद अपडेटेड और इन्फॉर्म्ड रहना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. थैंक यू सो मच मिस्टर अनूप फॉर दिस वंडरफुल कॉन्वर्सेशन टुडे दैट वी हैड ऑन AI shaping the future of work. We really appreciate your time and presence with us, and thank you for your contribution once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone. Namaskar.
Namaste. So dear viewers, now it's time for us to wind up this AI series here. Yes, this was very special AI series for parents, where we talked about empowering parents with artificial intelligence phase 3, and under this series we brought 4 sessions for you under different topics, and of course with different resource persons. हमने जो भी information share करी, I hope आपने उसका पूरा benefit लिया होगा. In case आपके कुछ डाउट्स रह गए, कुछ ऐसी क्वेरीज रह गई जो आप नहीं पूछ पाए ड्यूरिंग द सेशन, अभी भी आपके पास एक चांस है. कैसे? हमारी वेबसाइट पर हमने सीरीज़ के बारे में सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन दी है, विच आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर विद यू. आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, यू जस्ट नीड टू गो टू अ ब्राउज़र एंड please type CIET.NCERT.gov.in, that's our URL, and go to the activities section. यहाँ पर आप workshop and training option को click करेंगे, scroll down and you will find this training program going on, which is empowering parents with AI phase 3. यहाँ पर आपको complete write up मिलेगा कि ये training program क्या है. It's organized by CIET-NCERT in collaboration with Intel. इसके objectives क्या हैं, और actually parents के लिए, but everybody can participate. So I was mentioning about the sessions. अगर आप इन सभी टॉपिक्स पर हमारे लाइव सेशंस मिस कर गए, डो नॉट वरी, हम उनके अपलोडेड वर्जन्स यहाँ पर पोस्ट करेंगे वीडियो लिंक्स में, और आप उन्हें देख सकते हैं कभी भी और पार्टिसिपेट भी कर सकते हैं. बेसिकली आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव रजिस्टर्ड बाय नाउ, और आपने सारे सेशंस देखे हैं ध्यान से, नहीं तो आप इनके अपलोडेड वर्जन्स देखिए और अपना फीडबैक सबमिट ज़रूर कीजिए इस लिंक पर क्लिक कर कर. And for any other query, अगर आप किसी particular topic पर AI का session चाहते हैं, आप हमें aicell@ciet.nic.in पर लिख सकते हैं. You can always give us a call on this number. So with this, it's a wrap. I hope it really helped you out. And now let me tell you very quickly about what's coming up next, and here is the program schedule. So we are through with a session on AI, and of course in a short while from now at 2 p.m. we will watch a session of Hindi, and rest of the sessions will follow. This is me, Harpreet Kaur, signing off, and will join you shortly. Namaskar.